Hello, this is Photography Gamer, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Aliens Fireteam Elite Deluxe Edition. The game is available on PC and all major consoles. Aliens Fireteam Elite is a third-person shooter developed by Cold Iron Studio in collaboration with Disney's 20th Century Games. Well, first things first, you select your class of Marine, then head off into your first mission. You've got a main weapon, a heavy weapon and a sidearm, along with the capacity to use special items such as turrets and unique skills, depending on what class you've chosen. The more you use a weapon, the more proficient at it you will become. You can find, purchase and add parts to those weapons as well, and you can also alter the appearance. Now the game was meant to be played with 3 players online, but thankfully you can play solo if you don't mind having 2 synthetic AI buddies, who for the most part I would say were pretty effective. You also have a skill tree of sorts that unlocks as you progress, but this I would say felt like one of the most cumbersome and poorly designed skill trees I've ever seen. Now story wise it's broken down into 4 chapters, each with 3 levels, so that's 12 levels in the base campaign and 3 more levels in the DLC, but more on that later. Levels, they've got caches and items you can collect, they've got intel so you can then have a chat with an NPC about it at the base, but most of these are not really significant or have any tangible benefit. Once you complete the base game you unlock various things like Horde mode and the Pathogen DLC levels. But I'd say the Horde mode felt very undercooked, and I would say it would have been better utilised as a companion to the core campaign rather than something you do at the end, because by the end you're kind of a bit tired of it anyway. Now the class system is here to vary the play, but despite this I can't say the game has a lot of replay value. Once you've clocked all the levels, replaying them I found quite tedious, and I'd say this is a game that would have definitely benefited greatly from some kind of random procedural element. Also the level design I'd say is pretty basic, with every level feeling almost identical, both in terms of the presentation but also how it flows. There's also a lack of good boss fights, with only one really being featured in the DLC and none in the base campaign, and it made for a flat feeling when you complete it. I'd say it needed something as a resolution. Okay, so the Deluxe Edition comes with the Pathogen DLC, which comprises 3 levels. The first level I'd say very poor, almost non-existent relevance to the DLC. The second and thirds were better, but within an hour you'll have done them all. You also get cosmetic items with the Deluxe, various things, but I can't say the Deluxe content really made it feel worthwhile. Visually it's a nice looking game with dark, moody visuals, cool looking aliens, good use of lighting, nice gun effects, etc. The sound for the most part was good in regard to voice acting and sound effects. The music I'd say, bit up and down. Some of the score felt very badly suited. Okay, good and bad points. What's good? It's easy to pick up and play, good multiplayer, but also suitable for solo. The classes vary, play a little, and the base campaign I'd say was pretty solid by the end, it got better. Bad points, the deluxe content is not worth your time or money, the levels are repetitive and are unimaginative, and the lack of a good boss fight to conclude most of the chapters felt like an omission.
Get clear, then shoot it.
Okay, verdicts. Aliens Fireteam Elite Deluxe Edition is a solid action-orientated shooter with disappointing Deluxe Edition upgrades. From the lackluster DLC campaign to the fairly irrelevant cosmetics and items, it really didn't feel worth it for the price difference. The base game though, that's solid, and it was fun while it lasted, but again, once you run through the whole campaign there's not a great deal of things to keep you coming back for more, so good for one run. After that, probably the sort of game you're going to go trade in. Okay, scoring. Aliens Fireteam Elite Deluxe Edition is 7 out of 10. I'd personally recommend you buy the base game edition. The base game edition would probably be like a 7.5, but yeah, it's not the best game in the world, but it's got some qualities. Okay, there you go, that's the review. Thanks for watching. This is PG signing off.